Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today is April 21st. So today we're going to share about the ranking of the countries, for example, valuations and also the growth of countries. So in a longer term this year, which country or countries we should invest to actually accumulate wealth better. So today we'll look at the ranking because you guys on Wednesday I've asked you guys to leave a comment if you want to look at the ranking, right? So we have our valuation models that we have calculated. So we'll show you the ranking of the generally, I guess, 20 to 30 countries and indices, which countries are the best to invest in 2007 and why, and then technical and including technical analysis. So before that, we'll go through the ranking and we'll also cover the UK market. Okay, so first of all, this is a ranking. We have the PE in general. You may know what is PE, price to earning ratio, but the PE is not usually not usually friendly because if you have used the PE as a valuation to calculate stocks or indices, that may not always work. Because why? Because the PE doesn't take into account the growth of the companies of the countries. Okay, so we take into account the growth that we calculated and also all the growth estimated growth that we copy from the Bloomberg machine, you know, the big chunk of machine that is really expensive, and also with our own calculation, with the PG and other calculation involved, that it becomes the column G. That's the ranking. Okay, so if we can see, look at that, we can see the first ranking, which is at the current price to valuation is pretty good, and also in the future the growth is pretty good, and also the cash flow, because each country is just like a company that we have to measure the cash flow, the debts, something like that. Okay, so right now, you know, the highest debts among all of the major indices is Japan. It's pretty crazy. If you earn $1, they have the $2 to $3 in debt. That's pretty insane, right? So the first in current in what information we have right now, the current best valuation among all is Korea, South Korea. That's the best, kind of the best investment that you can invest, but for a longer term. It's not for speculation. The second one is Russia. Now look, last year we have talked about the oil prices, but I've started this channel very late, right? So early last year, we have talked about the oil price should have been going up a lot because the break-even prices for U.S., Saudi Arabia, they are all starting to lose money, especially Saudi Arabia. So the GDP and the unemployment ratio is going really bad. So the oil price should rebound from $20 to $30. So we gave up the first target is $40 and then $55. So now after more than a year, so every target has been achieved. So we have recommended some like oil futures contracts and ETFs, and maybe Chevron. We have talked about this in another video, and also we can look at the Russia market or even Canada or Canadian dollars. So everything is right. Turns out to be right because of one thing. You just have to look at the asset, the oil price. If you know the oil prices, the trend and the fundamental analysis, many of the countries and assets will be fully understood. So Russia could be really good. Look, the oil prices is not doing as good right now, right? Because right now it's dropping from $55 to now to the lowest 47.11. So now it's going up. It was up to $54 and it's now 50 again. So you would say, oh, that's not too good, right? So Russia will be will be setting back. So that's correct, but that's for a short term, because right now at the $50 per barrel, in this area, in this level, it really becomes pretty good for Russia and any oil companies to operate already. Compared to last year, it was $20 to $30. Last year is about bankruptcies. about countries going bankrupt and companies going bankrupt, but now it's about losing money or maybe have a chance to break even. So the price of indices and the ratio should rebound, right? So if you understand what I mean. The third one is UK. So the full list is below. You can pause and look at the countries you want. So the third is UK. Surprisingly, it's better than Germany because I was a big fan of Germany for 5 to 6 years, because the country that is earning the most money from export. Understand, GDP, the formula is export and import and government spending. All of them are useless. The only key is to earn money outside from other countries. Okay, so the export is the key. So the biggest exporter is Germany. The second one is UK. So now you know British has the power to exit the EU, but not Spain. Spain is okay, but not Greece. Okay, so you know Greece is just like a naughty boy. They're not earning as much money, but they're trying the best to. They know they not earning money. They know they have huge debts, but they can't do anything, right? The only thing is to bargain and bargain and bargain. So the UK, if you in your eyes they're the same, they're not. The UK, they bargain with legit power, okay? So that's the fact. So now I'm not too pessimistic of the Brexit, but obviously, apparently, people within the country, within your country maybe, is playing against pretty against the Theresa May, and there's another force that she's doing something wrong. But as I said, she's doing what she can in business sense. But I'm not talking about any morale, something like that. I'm just saying that UK, if the fact is going to exit the EU, then in fact they have to really suck it up and look at what they should do other than other things, right? So now I think the power is there. So whether you're Theresa May or other parties, that doesn't matter because you guys have the power from UK. So I will talk about UK specifically, the index. Okay. Oh, so I don't type UK, right? 100. Okay. This is the index. Okay. So right now, so for longer term, I really think that the UK will go up, okay? But in short term, we can it's not as good right now, but that's a good chance for you to have a cash to buy it at low, right? Okay, so you can buy funds, ETFs, whatever you want. So now it's 71,000 level, okay? So this level is pretty bad because it's double bottom. So you say, oh, double bottom, that's good. So right now I just kick into the market and buy things. Wait a minute, because double bottom in weight theory wise is not as higher chance to see bottom as other analysis. Okay, so double bottom isn't anything unless tonight or within next week there's a big candlestick going up against going up. I'm sorry, it's not 71,000, it's 7,100. Okay, so it's up and break above 7,150 level. That should be good. Then you should buy a little bit. For example, if you divide your cash into two parts, so you can kick in for with the first part. So if anytime today or next week is breaking below 7,100, then that's really bad. So I'm kind of we need to use the wave theory because there's aren't many triangles and things for us to see. So we can use the ratio plus the wave theory level. So right now, if we see the last year the Brexit is the lowest level, so we can use this level as a bottom. So to the top. So as you can see, you can test the next level that you can challenge is the 7,055 level. But I'm not too optimistic of this level because of another wave. You can try this. You can try this. The 0.5 ratio is also to 7,060. So 7,055 to 7,067. If by any chance the index stumble to that level, that may be a good chance. So the other ratio that is that may be less likely, but if that hit this index hit the 6,800 level, that is a really good chance to buy. This is a really good chance to buy. So if you have questions, I can follow up the technical analysis because that changes every single day. But in a longer term, UK has the power. That's it. So I talk about the Russian and the UK, the British index. So hopefully that gives you some insights and some kind of plannings for your investment for this year. So that you don't really need to panic about too much about the UK and the France election. So if you want to know more than France election, so you ask me below so I can have another video about that. So that's it for now. So please prepare for your your planning and your wealth. So invest in the right thing so you have your time and also the money. So I'll see you next time. Please subscribe our channel if you haven't already. I'm Greg. See you next time. Goodbye.